Hey, Maurice, while we're on that subject, can you speak to the triple option and what that means to Richmond's defense, if anything?
I think Coach already hit it on the head for the most part. As everyone knows, triple option is kind of an offense that can be confusing. A lot of motions, a lot of misdirection type of things. But just like any other game, really, it's assignment football. And against anybody, you really have to be assignment sound, whether it's, like he said, playing the QB if you guys don't read, having your head in A gap supposed to be there. So I think all triple option does is really pushes that to the extremes to make sure you're really there every time consistently, or you might let a big play go that shouldn't go. So I think our defense is very prepared for that, and I think it'll be pretty fun to play triple option. I ran it in high school. I never played against it, though, so it's going to be pretty fun, yeah.
Charlie, Coach said that all the transfers that have brought in have meshed real well. What has been your experience since making the decision coming here and being part of your first camp here?
Yeah, I think there was a time right before we left for summer when I had a chance to talk to Brandon Feemster about how our experience has been so far, and we both just talked about how well it worked out. We came in, and we made friends right away. Teammates like Mo and others, have really helped us. Just join the program, and they embrace us and just let us be who we are. In the program. It's an on the field thing, but it's also an off the field thing. We really mesh very well. So yeah.
Any apprehension before you came? Like, you knew you had to transfer, but before you came here, was there any uneasiness about coming in and obviously competing for playing time right away?
Yeah. No, just like any kind of change, it's always gonna be uncomfortable. But what I noticed here is that they made that really not really uncomfortable at all. Like you said, maybe I was a little nervous coming in just because it's something new, meeting new people. You don't know how the team's going to accept you or if they are going to. Everyone just made it really easy for me here.
You didn't play against Utah, right?
No, I did not.
So your last game was the Big Ten
Big Ten championship game, yes.
66,000 people, Ohio State.
Right.
Be a little different Thursday. Attitude adjustment, perspective adjustment. Can you speak to that and how you get yourself ready in a much different environment?
Yeah, you're still playing football. If you're in practice or if you're in front of, like you said, 60,000 people, you get out there and maybe you notice when you first go out there, but then you go in the game, just like that, you're playing football again. So I'm not really preparing in any different way at all, just going out there and studying and working with my teammates to make sure everything's ready to go.
As a receiver, what did you see of the quarterback competition and the way it played out over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, it was really fun. Getting here in the spring and then working with Reed and Joe in the spring, and then the summer when Bo got here, the room got really competitive. And that just really showed an extra work all the time throughout the week in the summer. And then throughout camp, they all bring a different skill set to the table. But I thought they really had all really good fall camp, and I'm excited to see what they do this fall.
For either of you or, both of you, Thursday night game, under the lights, what's the excitement around campus or just in the athletic department in general? Like, packed stadium, how are you guys feeling to get the season kicked off here?
I think there's a pretty big buzz around it because it is the first home athletic game that we're going to have to start off the year. And there are a couple themes about it to go around. So I think there are giveaways too. So there's a lot of things going on about the game that I think are very exciting for students and athletes together. And obviously, we're excited to play football anytime we can play football. So there's always excitement in that. So I think the hype is there.
And then for me, just being on a new campus, it's nice to see the support that we've gotten from everyone. So I'm excited to go out there Thursday and see how it goes.
Do you guys notice? It's hard to pay attention to anything outside of your own schedule, but as Coach said about the Pioneer League, may not have scholarships, but they've gotten some wins over the last couple of years. How much of that has ever been on your radar or has been for the last 2 weeks as you get ready for this particular opponent?
It's something that we've been aware of defensively, I know, for the most part. But the thing that I always try and keep in mind is that, good players are good players, no matter what level they're at. So I try not to think about whether it's scholarships or not, because there are a lot of guys in the NFL that weren't on scholarship at one point as well, that we know very well. So I'm just going in there thinking about playing football against some athletes that are obviously D1 athletes at this point. So whether they're on scholarship or not doesn't really matter. because they're on the field.
And I'd agree with that. You don't really think about that, but when you turn on the film, you see that they have really good athletes on the other side, and maybe the scholarship thing isn't there, but they definitely have good athletes, and people progress throughout college in different ways. So and they also have a bunch of transfers too. So they definitely have a bunch of good athletes on the other side.
Charlie, what kind of things did you do to familiarize yourself on the field with Bo once he got here? Because you were here in the spring and had that time with Joe. How did you try and work that chemistry before practice started?
Yeah, I guess I would say that, with Bo getting here in the summer, he really involved himself right away in all the extra work that we were doing, and he always made sure to, grab me or grab other receivers and, start working on our chemistry. So he was very active himself, and I think that it really proved to help him this fall in camp because of how well he did this fall.